The Wisdom Podcast is birthed out of the Wisdom blog, a digital healing hub of inspired consciousness, sacred and practical wisdom, and the divine teachings of authentic power, living one's truth, and spiritual, or as we call it, unconditional love. Many of the topics that we cover arise out of my work with clients who have chosen to live their life from a place of self-honesty and truth. And in doing so, they quite naturally begin the journey inward, recognizing their authentic self, their capacity for being love, and choosing to live as their highest self. Each episode offers divinely inspired teachings and insight that will show you how to live consciously aware, to access your inner wisdom, and to help you make the best choices for living an infinite potential. My goal and highest intention in sharing this podcast is for you to heal, to feel wholeness, and to know that you are deserving and worthy and of great love, and to be this love in the world and for the rest of your life. Join me for consciously inspired truth and new thought paradigms for living an infinitely abundant and love-filled life here and now. The more I live in a state of love, the easier it is to love others. The cycle of love is extraordinary. You love, and in being loving, you feel its effects as happiness and joy, inner peace and freedom. This is only an introduction. We are going to dive so much deeper in future episodes. But right here, I want to share with you what I hope will become for you one of the most important decisions that you will ever make as you allow the wisdom of your heart to open you to all of the perfection of what you are meant to live. Here we dive into what it means to be love, and how to embody self-love in ways that you have never before contemplated, and with the practical teachings and the protocols to make this happen. If you have been wanting to feel more love directed toward yourself, if you have wanted to live with your heart open and to bring this confidence into every situation, to exist in a state of loving kindness, and to feel the incredible power you hold when you live as love, this is for you. What would life be like if you lived more moments in a state of self-love? This is a topic that embodies a way of being that I have been teaching for a long time, sometimes as a formal practice, like what I'm about to share with you here, and sometimes the practice is informal. The teachings of self-love and being love become a natural outpouring of what solutions I share with you as we work together on the goals and ideals that become what you live for the rest of your life. For example, if I encourage you to be wholly self-honest, it is because this is the path that will lead you out of the untruths and dishonesty that you tell yourself, and what lies or embellishments you say to others, and of which leave you feeling disempowered. Pay attention to this the next time you are not wholly honest and truthful. Living as self-love is choosing to live out of the space and time of your heart. It is stepping away from the ego and towards the light of the soul. So what does this look like? What are the specific tools and protocols for how to live as love? I shared one example a moment ago of the commitment to yourself and with others to be wholly honest and truthful. Think about how whole honesty frees you from self-doubt and fear, and the never-ending job of discerning between what you tell yourself and others and what is really true. When you continue to live in the stories that you tell yourself and what is not wholly accurate nor true, you begin to live the stories rather than the truth. Not every story that you tell yourself and share with others is factual. The practice of self-love is to recognize when you are doing this and to self-correct in the very next moment. This is how you begin to live wholly honest, authentic, and truthful. And you can apply the same protocol for really any other aspect of how you live that you recognize is not the path of love. I think about being critical, judgmental, envious, angry as you lash out at others, and any other action that moves you off your path of living authentic and true. Make some notes here as you consider how you can show up in your life each day, each moment, living and being loving, and allow that love to be directed inward. Self-love and being love begin as a practice and a conscious decision that you hold in the forefront of your mind. It can be a question that you continue to ask yourself as a reminder for the choice that you have already made. How can I be of love in this moment, in this situation, throughout this day? It can be a mantra such as Aham Brahma, which is the Sanskrit translation of I am love, or these words spoken in any language. Above all else, to be love needs to be a conscious choice. The idea to consciously, deliberately be of love is the same decision that allows you to hold the love that you are for yourself in kind actions and the inner dialogue that supports and nourishes you. To be love is a decision you live honorably, to always do the right thing, to be kind and loving, and to live out of your eternal, non-physical state, the energy of love that you already are at your core, and the depth of inner peace that you witness as what originates within you. The most amazing inspirations that I receive arise out of my attention to the present moment and of holding presence to witness my inner wisdom. The practice for this is something that I've shared here in other episodes, and if you and I are working together, it's quite likely we've discussed what practices and protocols allow you to embrace being of love and to be this with all others, and even as others are not always able to be their best self. What I'm speaking about is also how to exist as the energy of loving kindness. When you learn this, as you practice it, it becomes the fundamental way in which you live in the world and the ever-present experience of your heart. I'd like to share with you the inspiration of how I began to live open to the practice of being love and self-love, which are one and the same. The idea entered my mind in a moment of pure awareness, pure consciousness, as I was in the present moment. As you know, when you are simply present, your mind open to receiving, the most pertinent musings and inspirations will always find you. The idea was posed as questions. It was not the thoughts of my mind, rather my inner wisdom. What if we all lived as love? That was the inspiration. And what if you were to live as love in the world? The rest is history. Inspiration is simply that until you decide to embrace the path you've been invited to walk. So, what protocols did you think about when taking this journey into self-love and being love? You can add your own inspirations to this list of 5 I'm about to share with you. The 5 protocols that you need on your journey into ultimate self-love and being love are the following: self-awareness and acceptance, self-forgiveness, self-reflection, self-compassion and kindness, and finally, self-appreciation. All of these are necessary and the absolute protocols to lead you on your path into all that you have always been capable of, and to live of love now and for your eternity. You can absolutely practice and live each of these beginning now. And if you wish to take a deep dive into any or all of these protocols, I will include a link for each of these and as well the ultimate self-love toolkit. The secret is to be able to access the love that you are, the love that you always will be, and to live of this. Self-love is how you know that you are loved. It is what enables you to believe in yourself and to love yourself even more. When you first open yourself to the miracles of love, you find your center and the miracles that you may choose to live as. Freedom and happiness arrive from a place of conscious and deliberate growth. Growth that invites you into the pureness of what you are, into the light of what you live tomorrow. All of life's most beautiful moments are here in what you choose to live, in what you honor of yourself to be, and in all of the brilliance and light that lives within you. How do you feel your power? Love is the infinite power of the universe. When you are being love, you live of this power. Rather than rely on someone to love you or to show you love, or to help you believe in your worthiness to be love, I am suggesting that you open yourself to the incredible compassion and love that flows from within you, that is for you. You find this within yourself. Be still as you sit in the perfect nature of your heart. Let it open itself to reveal the state of love that you may live in as inner peace, joy, comfort, and great appreciation for your life and all that you choose for yourself now and forever. What daily practice can you begin that will remind you of your decision to be of love? This is just the beginning. There is so much more that you will open yourself up to once you begin. I invite you to reach out to me if you have any questions, if you would like my help on this journey of living your life as a being of love, and in turn, also living as your highest self, and to be able to love yourself without conditions. Thank you so much for listening. This is Dorothy. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of the Wisdom Podcast. To hear more, please check out the other episodes right here. And I'd love for you to subscribe and share your feedback on this or any episode with me. And then join me at dorothyratusny.com, where you'll find the Wisdom blog, the inspiration for this podcast, the latest online courses that I teach, my YouTube videos, and the Wisdom Archives, which are an extensive library of guided meditations, mindfulness musings, spiritual teachings, and best therapeutic practices for your whole being, and to nourish and heal your life, plus many other special offerings of love. Please also visit me on social media and say hello. Allow yourself to go within, to access your inner wisdom, and to live this. Awaken your authentic power, live your truth, and be love. Thank you. This is Dorothy.